I can't believe that women everywhere are stunned and shocked that women, when they become very emotional, begin crying. It's no shock to me, of course. No shock to anybody else on
Let
this
me ask
panel. Do I think
Jedediah.
that inside
Jedediah.
of your leadership,
Jedediah,
inside
as a
of your
woman.
leadership scale, you should.
All right,
Go
Jedediah,
ahead.
as a woman, are you comfortable with what you're hearing from Andrew there?
I actually am comfortable with it, to be completely honest, because the truth is that men and women are different and we are emotional. And I kind of wear the fact that I have an emotional cycle that goes like this throughout the month, like we all do, like a badge of honor, because it's what makes me a woman. The thing is, you can't be in a leadership position and act like that. As an example, do y'all remember John Boehner? John Boehner was a disaster. He was always crying. So this is not exclusive to women. Let's just say that this can happen.
I totally agree. If this had been, look, I think if it had been a male Chancellor Exchequer crying, he'd have got whacked even more.
Well, that's the difference, because if you remember,
Howard Dean got ran out for a
memes,
scream. I mean, come on.
People were making fun of him all the time. He was the laughing stock. The difference is here, a lot of people jump and make excuses. Well, she had a bad day. Honestly, I don't care that you had a bad day. You're in a leadership position. I mean, the bond market had a sell-off because this woman was crying.
Yeah.
These have real ramifications. So I think what Andrew's getting at is, listen, men and women are different. And it does beg the question, if we are naturally more emotional, and we are by nature.
Women are not.
We are.
No, they're not.
Listen,
yes, they are.
Look at how
we
Yes,
are.
they are.
All right, Taylor, I have a question for you. Taylor, if Donald Trump's bottom lip began to tremble and he started crying on national TV when he was addressing the Congress or something, I mean, come on, you'd absolutely murder him.
He's having tantrums every week. He's having emotional
meltdowns.
He isn't crying. Give me a break.
That's not the same thing.
Have you ever seen Donald Trump cry in public?
Okay, I'm not talking about crying. Listen, here's the thing. Andrew does not like women having any type of emotion outside of nodding their head.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
He didn't actually say that. He said that. He said women. Ernest, hang on. He didn't actually say. Hang on. You're missing. Hang on. Stop talking, Ernest. Ernest.
I'm acting like Andrew right now.
You missed. Ernest. Stop talking for a moment.
You're acting like
all Andrew said was women are more emotional. He wasn't surprised, right? He wasn't sort of damning women for being emotional. He just said they are more emotional. Do you dispute that?
Yeah. Well, and she actually said no, they're not. How would you ever even dispute this? It's objectively true that the hormone functions that are inside of women are different than the ones that are inside of men. That is objectively true in general. Can you point to some women who are more? Hang on. Can you point to an outlier of some women? Hang on. I'm almost done. Calm down. Can you point to some women? Can you point to some women and say that they're more emotionally stable? Sure, but on average, women have far more emotional regularity than men do. In fact, they have one time of the month.
Taylor, would you say you're more emotional than your male colleagues when you worked with men?
Oh gosh, I've worked with men that have cried in my arms, and it's so funny for Andrew to say this.
Those aren't men, honey.
Andrew is the one that is out. Andrew is the one that is losing his mind on this panel, screaming and shouting and making fun and doing all these.
Screamed and shouted at anybody. What are you talking about?
Do
you think that, like, if you just assert lies, that people who watch this aren't going to be able to see that they're clearly lies?
Right now, shouting over me. Listen to this. This is crazy. You have absolutely
That's not shouting. That's not
Well,
shouting.
Taylor, let me ask you this.
I think those hoop earrings are hurting your brain, lady.